In the annals of human endeavor, certain creations stand as monuments to ingenuity, power, and artistic vision. These are the fabled 7 wonders of the ancient world, a list compiled by Hellenic travelers centuries ago, intended to guide the curious to the most breathtaking achievements of their era. Among these legendary marvels, one captivates the imagination with unparalleled mystery, a structure so magnificent it seems to defy the very laws of nature, yet so elusive it may have only ever existed in the realm of myth: the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. From the descriptions passed down through antiquity, the Hanging Gardens were an astonishing spectacle, an artificial mountain of greenery rising from the arid plains of Mesopotamia. Imagine vast, terraced platforms, lush with exotic flora, cascading vines, and towering trees, all irrigated by an ingenious system that lifted water from the distant Euphrates River. This verdant oasis, so the story goes, was a testament to a king's love, built by Nebuchadnezzar II around 600 BCE for his homesick wife, Amytis, who longed for the mountainous landscapes of her Median homeland. Babylon itself was a city of unparalleled grandeur during Nebuchadnezzar's reign, a sprawling metropolis renowned for its immense walls, the magnificent Ishtar Gate adorned with vibrant glazed bricks, and the towering ziggurat known as Etemenenki, often identified with the biblical Tower of Babel. This was a civilization capable of monumental architecture and sophisticated engineering, a place where a wonder like the Hanging Gardens might plausibly have taken root. The city represented the pinnacle of Neo-Babylonian power and culture, a vibrant hub of trade and innovation that attracted travelers from across the known world. Yet, despite extensive archaeological excavations at the ancient site of Babylon, located in modern-day Iraq, there remains a perplexing absence of physical evidence for these fabled gardens. Unlike the Great Pyramid of Giza, which still stands, or the foundations of the Temple of Artemis at Ephesus, which have been uncovered, the Hanging Gardens have left no discernible trace. No monumental foundations, no remnants of the intricate water systems described, nor any specific architectural plans have ever been unearthed, leading many scholars to question their historical reality. The primary accounts of the gardens come from Greek and Roman writers, such as Diodorus Siculus, Strabo, and Quintus Curtius Rufus, who lived centuries after Nebuchadnezzar II. These historians often relied on earlier sources, some of which are now lost, or perhaps even on hearsay and romanticized tales. It is crucial to note that contemporary Babylonian records, which meticulously catalogued Nebuchadnezzar's numerous building projects, make no mention of a terraced garden structure of such immense scale and complexity. This silence from the very people who should have celebrated such an achievement is profoundly telling. One prevailing theory suggests that the Hanging Gardens were not a physical reality but rather an imaginative construct, perhaps a conflation of various impressive Babylonian structures or a romanticized foreign perception of Mesopotamian horticulture. Ancient writers, often thousands of miles and many generations removed from the actual events, might have embellished descriptions or misinterpreted existing monuments. The sheer scale and ambition of Babylon's other known constructions could easily have inspired legends that grew grander with each retelling. Another intriguing hypothesis proposes that the descriptions of the Hanging Gardens were in fact referring to a different type of structure altogether, a ziggurat. These towering, stepped temple platforms, like the one dedicated to Marduk in Babylon, were monumental and terraced, often featuring trees and plants on their lower levels. It is conceivable that travelers unfamiliar with Babylonian architecture might have conflated the idea of a stepped tower with a garden, leading to the fantastical descriptions that persist today. Perhaps the most compelling alternative theory, put forth by Dr. Stephanie Daly of Oxford University, relocates the gardens entirely. Her research suggests that the legendary gardens were not in Babylon at all, but rather in the Assyrian city of Nineveh, built by King Sennacherib a century before Nebuchadnezzar. Sennacherib's own inscriptions proudly detail his magnificent palace and an elaborate garden, complete with an innovative water-lifting device resembling an Archimedes screw, which brought water from great distances to irrigate the terraces. Daly's theory is supported by archaeological evidence at Nineveh, where extensive canal systems and aqueducts have been discovered, designed to bring water to the royal precinct. Furthermore, some ancient texts refer to Nineveh as Old Babylon or New Babylon, indicating a potential confusion in later historical accounts. It is plausible that the fame of Sennacherib's gardens and the subsequent fall of Nineveh led to their attribution to the more enduring and celebrated city of Babylon, and to Nebuchadnezzar, in later Greek and Roman retellings. If such a garden did exist, whether in Babylon or Nineveh, the engineering required to sustain it would have been extraordinary. Lifting vast quantities of water hundreds of feet into the air, day after day, in an arid climate, would necessitate an advanced understanding of hydraulics and mechanical principles. Descriptions mention a system of screw pumps, possibly operated by slaves, or a chain pump, constantly drawing water from the river to the highest terraces, a feat of immense scale for the ancient world. The construction itself would have been equally challenging. The terraces would need to be built upon massive stone platforms, layered with reeds, bitumen, and lead sheeting to prevent water leakage, then covered with deep soil to support the weight of mature trees. Such an undertaking would have consumed immense resources and manpower, reflecting the absolute power and wealth of the monarch who commissioned it. The sheer scale of such an endeavor only adds to the wonder and the mystery surrounding its existence. Despite the tantalizing lack of concrete evidence, the legend of the Hanging Gardens endures, a testament to the human fascination with beauty, power, and the seemingly impossible. It speaks to a deep-seated desire for paradise on earth, a verdant sanctuary conjured from stone and water in defiance of nature's constraints. The story has permeated literature, art, and popular culture, becoming an indelible part of the collective imagination, a symbol of ancient splendor. The mystery of the Hanging Gardens serves as a powerful reminder of the delicate line between history and myth. It illustrates how stories can evolve over centuries, becoming grander and more romanticized with each retelling, sometimes eclipsing the factual truth. The pursuit of archaeological evidence continues, driven by the hope of one day uncovering a definitive answer, yet the enigma itself holds a certain captivating allure. In the end, whether the Hanging Gardens were a physical reality or a magnificent fabrication of the human mind, their legend persists as one of the most compelling narratives from antiquity. They exist not just as a potential architectural marvel, but as a vibrant symbol of ambition, love, and the enduring power of imagination. Perhaps some wonders are meant to flourish not in stone and soil, but in the fertile ground of our collective dreams, forever inspiring us to envision the extraordinary and to question the boundaries of what is possible.